Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about character design. Essentially, character design, as well as how characters are made, why, and a few of the intricacies that go into making and designing characters. So, character design is a bit self explanatory. You can just simply define it as designing a character. But what truly goes into designing that character and making a character? In media, whether animation or art, or even live action TV shows or movies, there is some character design that takes place. You are crafting their personality, their style of dress, perhaps their hobbies. And as an artist or as that designer, you also have to ensure that their personality or aspects of their personality or character are evident in how they physically look, on top of just how they behave. That is character design. And it's very hard. Character design can take weeks, months, and in some extreme cases, perhaps even years over multiple projects to get a finalized and likely even fully realized character. You want to have that character forge a connection with your audience, whether that character likes to draw or they like to paint. Perhaps they ride their bike or they have a older sibling or younger sibling that they care for. Small details like if their parents aren't present or if they have very loving parents. Perhaps they don't live with their parents. Perhaps they live with other family members or they live on their own. Perhaps they're an adult who's in college or has their own job, or they're a teenager or young adult who is still going through stuff and is still living with their guardian. All of these aspects go into character design. And on top of that, one of the most beautiful things is originality in character design is often found in inspiration. Creation is hard. Art is hard, animation is hard. Making a show, live action or animated, whatever your medium may be, it can be difficult. And oftentimes, writers and artists do, in fact, like to take inspiration from other stories. The Nutcracker is oftentimes taken inspiration of, as well as other plays and screenwrites. You also have folklore like Greek, Roman, Norse mythology, even Egyptian mythology is often taken inspiration of. Look at Genshin Impact and its parent game, Honkai Impact. They have a lot of inspiration from Christianity, Egypt, Africa, Japan, Southeast Asia, China, all across the world. And that's a game that's still growing and developing. And it'll only grow with the more inspiration it takes from other areas, mythologies, what have you. When you're designing a character, appearance is important. That is going to be a character, an entity that your audience may see multiple times, especially if you're designing a main character. And while, even though as artists or as writers, we are making a show or a comic or whatever it could be, and our stories are completely original, and yet there are certain aspects that we do like to draw inspiration from to help further develop whatever project we are making. In character design, we need to use certain aspects that we are privy to as that character's creator, as that writer, or as that person that should know the most about that character and able to draw out those aspects to the forefront. If you have a character who is very sporty and is very active, you may want to put a band aid on their nose or a band aid on their cheek. Whenever you draw them, you may want to have them be a little dirty or wear loose and more sporty clothing, sneakers instead of boots. Maybe they have a bandana or a baseball cap on. Little aspects like that. If you have a character who is more formal, who is more high class, then you want to give them not just clothing that looks nice and clean pressed, not just turtlenecks or tuxedo suits, because that can be a bit tiring. But you do, in fact, want to make that character look like they clean up nice, like they look good and they care about their appearance on every occasion. So they may have slick back hair, or they may have a posture and stature about themselves when you animate them or draw promotional art where they look as though they are standing up straight, shoulders arched, perfectly prim cut press, everything. They look very regal and formal. If you have a cool and laid back character, you may want to animate or draw them in a more relaxed and calm position. They don't have to be slouching, but you should try to convey a more warm personality in their figure, in their dress, in how they act and interact with others. Character design also has many other facets, not just in writing their personality or designing what they look like physically, but it can also be made with certain inflections on the part of the voice actor. And like I said previously, personality, how they walk, how they carry themselves, inflections with the voice, perhaps they are more quieter or they're more softer in their cadence. Maybe they slow down and they don't talk as fast. Or they have a little flutter in their voice where they trail off and they almost sound whimsical like. These different aspects go into making a character who they are. Character design is not simply art. It is an interlaced, interactive process of many different aspects of that character coming together to make them a completely unique being, character, person for the audience to relate to. Their backstory, their hobbies, their personality, their style of dress, what they look like, how they talk, how they behave, anything and everything. All of these aspects go into making a character, as well as the inspiration and where you got the idea for that character from. And even then, your background, where you're from, perhaps even your personal beliefs can go into that character design in very subtle and subconscious ways. We often forget that people are from all across the world. In art and in the creative space, not everyone is from North America or the North United States on the East Coast. People are from the West Coast. People are from Japan, China, from Europe, from even people from Africa or Australia. Everyone has different backgrounds that affect what they view as beautiful or what they view as sporty or interesting or artistic. But when we have these different frames of view and frames of reference and how they interact and mesh with each other, it is what allows us to share our passion with other people and to express our love for our craft and our love for the things that we create. And honestly, I just think that it's so beautiful. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, enjoyed. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even if you want to. And this has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.